Sunday. So today on the show, I am being produced by Dee, who remains to be anonymous, who wants to be anonymous, so you can't see her. And then I have, Sherry, hold on. Ooh, turn it down. So you can't see her. And then I have, and there's Sherry. And she's really not going to do much of anything. Really? Yeah, she will. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Aisha. Diane Futrell, my BFF. Thank you for being here. Hey, Rose Davis? Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. I love that name. I love the flower, too. Hi, Donna Bogart. Hi, Marta. Nice to meet you. Hi, Lynette. Hi, everybody else. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. So today we're going to make a Halloween quilt. It is a pre-cut quilt, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. First, I have a few public service announcements. There was a comment last week asking if I was making a quilt or selling a machine. So I just wanted to make sure that you all understand I'm just sharing with you. I am not trying to sell you anything, and I don't want you to feel obligated to buy anything. So just to let you know, don't feel guilty. I'm one of those people who, if somebody is trying to sell me something and I don't want to buy it, I feel a little guilt. Don't worry. I'm not going to say anything. I don't expect anybody to buy anything. I have a job that I work full time that allows me to buy stuff so that I can share it with you. So this is my fun time, and I want you to have fun too. And I realize some of you have a sewing machine, a rotary cutter, and a ruler, and that's all you want, and that is all good. I happen to like technology, so I'm gonna share technology. And, so you can, at the water cooler or the quilt meeting, you may want to just watch so that if somebody starts a conversation about, say, an X-Tool M1 Ultra, which you might be seeing in the future, you'll know what it is. And I think that's it. I'm going to stop preaching now. It is Sunday, and God loves you. Okay, Halloween. So I went to a quilt show, I believe it was in Shepherdsville, which is really close to Louisville, and I bought this kit. Let me show you. It's already cut. It is Andover. I put it in the description below what the name of the collection is. And I just walked by and I started talking with this lady, and now I can't remember what her name was, but she has these squares that are all cut up, and this is the pattern. So it's a really simple pattern, and you could probably make it yourself. There are different arrangements that you could put these in. So these are squares, and what we do is we look at the pattern, and the pattern tells you where to put fabric 1, fabric 2, fabric 3, fabric 4, fabric 5, fabric 6, and then you start over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I have to do is I have to pick fabric 1, I have to pick fabric 2, and I bet you can guess the next one is fabric 3, fabric 4, fabric 5, and fabric 6. And sew them together in rows. That's how nice and easy this quilt is. And as a matter of fact, she suggests that you leave these in the order that she had them in. And this particular pattern is supposed to look like a stair step. So what I want to do is I want to put a couple rows up on the design wall, and then show you how I think I'm going to sew them together, because it's going to be really fast and really simple. All right, so I'm just going to do what she said, and I'm going to start with fabric 1, which is in the order that somebody needs to clean this design wall. I don't know who that could be. Fabric 2. And it might seem early. Oops, I think there are 2 there. Early for Halloween, but you know what? Remember those Halloween quilts I made last year for my granddaughter, and both my granddaughters and my niece's daughter, which I guess that makes her my great niece. Yeah, I have to finish them this year. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could, if you like small blocks, you could make this with small blocks. If you like big blocks like me, you could use 12-inch squares for that matter. All right, and then we just start back over. So is it 7 across? Let me look at the pattern real quick. Yes, so it's 7 across, and then you're going to have 10 rows. So now I'm on 1, then I'm going to go to the next row, and I'm going to put fabric 2. Then I'm going to go to the next row and put fabric 3. And the next row, fabric 4. Maybe. You can never get stuff apart when you need to. Uh-oh. Okay, right here. And then fabric 5. And then fabric 6. And then you go back to 1 and 2. Uh-oh. Okay, here's 1. And 2. So, I thought, you know what I could do is I could just make a stack of all the squares and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and just continue that. So normally I would be able to fast forward through this, but I can't fast forward through this. So you can watch as I excitingly make these stacks. All right, so I'm on 2. So let me move this out of the way and not burn my hand on the iron.
You want me to do something?
Yeah. 3, 4. Yep. Okay, so Sherry is going to make this, so on here, let me put 1 and give you 1 and 2. And then just do 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Yes. Yep. You know what I mean?
I'll figure it out.
Yes. Yes, it was. I didn't announce it, but oh, sorry. So Joyce, on the quilt kit in here. Okay, on the Fabric Hut quilt kit, I didn't announce a winner, but I picked a winner, and I emailed, I think the first name might be Sharon. I'm not going to give the email address because I don't want to do that, and I'm going by what the email address is. So if there's anyone who has Sharon in their email and they entered to win the Fabric Hut Quilt Kit. Look in your email. It may be in your junk email. And I'm going to wait until next Saturday, and if I don't hear back, then I'm going to draw again. I don't announce it until I contact the person and make sure that they're okay with winning. And, you know, I'm sure when somebody says, "You've won," in the subject line, a lot of people are just like, yeah, right, I won the Publishers Clearinghouse last week, and I'm still here. So, all right.
Wait, so I got these on here. So which stack would I start next?
Just keep stacking.
Like, which one would I start with? Like, this is the
Oh,
start. Let's start here.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So let me lower you guys down. Oh, I should have lowered it more. Hold on. Sorry. Ooh. Hey, Di. No worries. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. Let me get my chair. Oh, thank you, Tony. What is a bikini quilt? Tony, what's a bikini quilt? Okay. Yes, I have. It took me, I was trying to find up and down. Sorry, Joyce. Yes, I have gotten the hang of my new chair. And I'm just trying to find the exact setting that I like. That's the only thing that now that I need to do. And then I'm also testing it out. Okay, I almost messed up. Because I had these flipped. This is 1 and this is 2. Okay. And what I'm going to do is sew 7 together and 7 together and 7 together, and we'll see how far we get. So who else is working on Halloween quilts? Some people don't like Halloween, and I get it. But they make some awfully cute fabric. So far, 3 chickens. I love the little rib. Tree chickens. I am really loving it. And I realized, so I tried it free motion quilting. And I'm going to move you up just so you can see something here real quick. Okay, see this little thing right here? This is where, you know, the thing that I'm getting all my oil from my fingers on is where the stitch regulator is. So I tried free motion quilting and it worked fairly well. I mean, it wasn't perfect. And I just realized when I sat down here today that there was a little green tab sticking up right here. And I pulled, and guess what? The film came off. And I bet when this little stitch regulator is open and clear, I bet you it works great. And we are going to be trying that. So if you got the little Rebel, make sure you peel off the little protection sticker from the stitch regulator glass or plastic, because it'll probably make a big difference. And it goes so fast. Okay. Ooh, Dolores. You used a panel. Way to. Oh, you're waiting on a panel. Sorry. My producer is confusing me. And Joyce, what panel are you waiting on? I'm just curious. Yeah, there are. So last year, actually, I went to Iowa and I got to meet Stephanie Brandenburg, who is the designer of fabric. The name of her mother's shop is Fern Hill, and I can't remember the name of her studio. But she had a panel out last year that had a ghost on it, and I think this year she added to the ghost, and I need to look that line up because she makes some really cute Halloween stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm on 6. Thank you, Marta. I sublimated this. Okay. Yeah, Dee just told me you do sublimation too. Do you have a favorite kind of t-shirt brand that's polyester? I think I've found that Jerseys is mine because it doesn't feel like polyester. It feels more like a t-shirt. Okay, guys, hold on. Oliver is gonna drink Sherry's. Sherry's really weird about her drink. Yeah, it is. Good help is very hard to find.
Let's go outside. Go.
Sanibel quilt, as in Sanibel Island. Me too. Woo! Okay. Okay. Okay, so the bobbin ran out. So we get to wind a bobbin. Woohoo!
You get to wash from straw.
I have to wash Sherry's straw because Oliver licked it.
Gross.
All right, hold on here and we'll take a trip up. To the bobbin winder. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Marta. 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 Okay.
Right?
Yep.
No, I wouldn't share it with nobody.
Sherry and Di think alike on that because Sherry is very particular. Yes.
Nobody.
Okay, where is my thread? Okay. Oh, cute. I love creeping it real. Creeping it, yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get out. I do actually have bobbins that are already wound, but I want to show you the bobbin winder. I've got the same bobbin winder on my Grace 16X, and I love their bobbin winder. You know how sometimes it's hard to get a bobbin winder to wind something tight enough? That is not an issue on a Grace. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. This doesn't go through the top like the other one. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. And it tells you exactly what to do. So B goes this way, and then the tension disc is much like the tension disc on the sewing part of the machine. So you put it through the little hole. Hold on, let me get you all closer. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. Probably have too much stuff in the background. So you send the thread through the hole on this, and then wedge it into the tension disc. So you've got tension. And then take it this way. I can't. And I'm just going to wrap it to get it started. And then, didn't that work great? Come on now. There we go. It grabbed. And then you can pause. How cool is that? Pretty cool. And there you go. That's it. And let's look at the bobbin. I lost my good scissors that I used last week. I don't know where they went. I cleaned up. That's where I make my mistake. So it's a nice, I know you can't feel it, but it's a nice tight wound bobbin. Love the bobbin winder on a Grace. All right, let's back up slowly.
So the thread that's on there right now, is that different than the type of thread that's out there? Because of the cone versus the...
I think, so Sherry's asking if what I have on the machine is different from the finesse thread that came with the machine. So I'll show you all of the finesse thread that came with the machine. So here is a spool of the finesse thread. And I think this is finesse thread. It's just on a cone instead of on this kind of cone.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the benefit of that is, but I don't know about you all, but I like to use a neutral thread for piecing, and gray has just become my go-to. I tried white, and my white would break. I don't know if it's because it has to be bleached or what, but it would break. All right. Yes, the Grace Company makes the Little Rebel, and they also make the finesse thread. Okay. So you make a P to put this in the bobbin. And I don't know how many of you all used to have to load a bobbin when you first started sewing, because I remember doing this when I was a kid and my mom taught me to sew. She had a white machine, and it had a bobbin case just like this. So then you pull the thread to this little indentation, pull it down into the indentation, and then you wrap it around, and there you go. And the way to check tension is, when I pull this thread, this bobbin should sit in my hand. So here it's like the tension is a little tight, but now it's freed up. So I'm not holding the bobbin, it's just staying there. Another,
What?
Oh, okay. Who is it? Okay. Yeah, I think the gray might be stronger because there's the color coating on it that might make it so it doesn't break as easily. So I used to, when I put my bobbin in, I would pull this out and then put the bobbin in. And I couldn't understand why I had such an issue getting the bobbin in. Well, it's because you're not supposed to lift that up. You're supposed to, oops, sorry, I kicked you all. You're supposed to leave this closed, and you should listen for the snap when you put the bobbin in the machine, and always have the open part of your bobbin up. So I'm gonna.
So you don't pull the tab at all when you're putting it in there?
Nope. You pull the tab only to get it out, not to put it in. All right. And here's the bobbin. I'm not gonna lower you all the way down, but there is a very nice light in here, which makes it, do you hear that pop?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's secure. All right. Back to the,
That table came with it?
yes, the extension table came with it. And I was so afraid it wasn't, but it did. And evidently they're testing a table for the Grace to go into, for the rebellion. I've joined the rebellion. They're testing a table where the rebel can sit down in the table, because I've gotten really spoiled. So I reached out and said, hey, I know I've seen with the promo videos that somebody has a table, and I wanted to know how to get one. So I have to be patient and wait as they're testing it. All right, so we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the last. Okay. And this is old school too, because there's a thread cutter right here, and it's very intuitive because you just pull up and pull this way and it cuts your thread. Just like on the old machines, there's not a button that you can push to cut it automatically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I need.
You want me to press those, or you got?
This is 1. So now I need 1. And then 2 will be the first of my next row. Oh yeah, if you could.
Well, but you've got one.
Just lift that up. I'll give it to you. If you want to use that.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sherry's going to press for me. Yay. That's it. Yes, Stephanie Brandberg. Yes. She's awesome. Sharon, thank you. Yes. She loves flowers and dark colors, like jewel tones. And I love jewel tones. And she loves paint splatter. And she works on Volkswagen bugs and old sewing machines like featherweights.
Okay, do you want them all pressed the same way, or you want them pressed towards the dark side? What do you want?
Whatever.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. All right, so now we're going to start on row number 2. Okay. So is everybody ready to go back to school? Any school projects? My kids are grown, so I have grandkids going back to school. Okay. And this should go pretty quickly. I think this would be a great quilt for scraps. Speaking of which, so I've already put my live for next Sunday up, and we are going to do a scrap quilt, or we're going to make scrap blocks. I doubt that we get done with the quilt, but I'm going to call it Quilt in a Jar. And the reason is because I have this awesome ball jar. How cute is that? And I put all the scraps from my charm square quilt in here. And so we're gonna pull these out and cut them up, and we're going to make a scrap quilt. So quilt in a jar. Or you could put all of your scraps in a bin, and we'll call it quilt in a bin. But I want to do some things with the scraps that we have left over because, you know, you always have scraps. So I thought it would be fun to try out different techniques with our scraps. But this, I think, would be a fun scrap quilt because it's not hard. You just cut out your squares and sew them together. You know me, I'm all about easy. And this shakes my table. That's how fast it goes. There is one thing about this machine, and I haven't figured out why. My presser up, down lever, presser foot up and down lever is a little stiff. I'm thinking that after I use it for a while, it'll loosen up, or maybe I need to grease it or something. I don't know. I'll have to ask. When in doubt, ask, right? Okay, I need one. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need block 1. Is it behind me or something?
You put it on here.
No.
Yeah, look.
Well, I know, but I need, this is block 1. Right, it's stair steps. So block 1 and 2, because, no, 1 and 2. I don't know. I'm easily confused. Easily confused. All right. Anybody else working on a quilt?
What size of box?
Mm-mm. It's in the pattern, so I don't think I can really give it out. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to use 2. And I'm not going to worry about keeping them facing the same way. You might want to go, can you go that way? Just finished a baby quilt. Oh, cool. Oh, that's a good idea, Diane. Oh, that's good. And then Brenda, I saw where you're making a quilt jacket. I just started, hold on, where did I put it? I know I brought it down here. I took a class and I plan on doing a video. Ah, here it is. Okay. So when I was in, where was I? When I was in Mississippi, we went to Biloxi. I'm gonna raise you up. Sorry for the bouncy. Okay. Yeah, it's a quilt kit, so I don't know who did the quilt set. I can't even talk. I don't know who did the quilt kit. They're 6.5-inch blocks. So, but you could do it with any So Sheila, yeah, 6.5-inch blocks. All right, so
Love it.
oh, thank you.
I love that.
What was the name again? Oh, Marta. Thank you, Marta. Okay, so I bought a quilt. I think it was $25. Now, it looked it was Christmas. And my local quilt shop, Busy Lady, had a class on making a quilted jacket. And if you have a twin size quilt, it doesn't have to be a quilt that was handmade, because there were a couple ladies who used quilts that they purchased like on clearance or online, and their jackets turned out really nice. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Busy Lady, maybe the Facebook page, you might see some of those. So I started out with this, and then I cut the back, and I pulled the star from the back, and then I pulled the angel, so it had blocks with different pictures on it. So I got the angel on the front, and then I wanted to get the whole church, but it just didn't work out to where I could get it on the front. But I got the candle and then the front of the church. I don't know how much of it you'll be able to see when it's done, but this is, I think I got this far on Monday. So I took 2 Monday classes. And then what I'm doing is, so that I don't have to make the binding, I am just, and you're going to be shocked, I am seam ripping the binding off of the quilt. And here are my sleeves. So here is the house, and I've put the binding on the house. And then on the other sleeve, I have a gift. And I put the binding on the gift. So before I put everything together, I want to go ahead and add the binding. I also sergered all the edges after I cut. But I want to go ahead and add my binding. I think I'll add it to like right here, because this coat has like a scalloped edge, and then, or a rounded edge. So on this side, the binding will only come up to probably there. And the back is longer than the front. How cool is that? I thought that was pretty neat too. And then I thought, you know what? I could make a vest, because I love vests. So I could just put the binding here, close it, and I could have a vest. So I'll have some quilted vests before this is all said and done. And then I want to make, and I'm going to be making quilted jackets for some people for Christmas. I'm not going to say who. Most of them probably don't watch. But so that's my fun. So when you said you did a quilted jacket, I think it was Brenda, I'm with you. And I do plan on doing a tutorial. So look forward to that. Okay. Back to sewing. Yes, yes. What's a sidewinder? Oh, the bobbin winder thing? Yeah, no. I think I do actually, and evidently I don't know how to use it, because my bobbins would never wind right. And I'm sure it was user error. I have no doubt. Oh, okay. All right, so we've got baby blankets, lap blankets. What's the Villa Rosa pattern? Hidden gems. Little what is it? Tree chicks? Tree
City.
Tree chicks. Okay. Tree chicks. I love Villa Rosa patterns. I don't know about you. They're my fave. Oh, cool. Dye. I know. I did that one from Fabric Hut. It was fun. Rose, you're wonderful. Wonderful. I think that's awesome that you're making baby quilt or putting labels on baby quilts. I am actually working on quilts for Project Linus. All I need are bindings. I just have to put bindings on them. Oh, Brenda! You made the yellow jacket, didn't you? Right? Yellow jacket with the pretty flowers. Yeah, we sat right next to each other. Hi, Brenda. Oh. So was that Judy? Hey, Judy. So you have granddaughters in Kentucky. That's cool. And an Amy Bradley quilt. I don't know that I've seen an Amy. I'm going to have to look up Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley quilt. Granddaughter and great daughter. Okay. What part of Kentucky do they live in, Judy? Just curious. Thank you, Tony. I've wanted to make a quilted jacket for a long time. Now I'm trying to figure out which of my quilts I haven't bound that I'm going to make a jacket out of, and then I don't have to bind them. or a vest. I'm really looking forward to the vest. Oh, tree chickens, all half square triangles. I feel for you. How many? Like 100 million? Because that's, whew, those guys are hard. All right, Linda. I love the wonky log cabin. Jeannie, quilted tote bags. I love those. Where do you sell them? Do you go to like fairs or to what do you call them?
Craft fairs.
Craft fairs, yeah. Yeah. Or do you sell them online? Go ahead. Ah. Thank you, Mary. You are very sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, one more. It'll be a miracle if this turns out
That's
right.
a good one to redo.
Okay, let's see. Oop, come on. Mm-mm. Luanne, I'm going to QuiltCon, and so is Sherry. So I hope you do put it together because I would love to see it. I'm already on the 3rd row. This is awesome. All right. There are only 10, 7 to go. Oh, that's a good idea, Scotty Dog. I will do that. Okay. Okay. Who was that? Vicky Porter. Sherry and I ran into a lady who, that's what she did, is she made memory bears from shirts of loved ones who had passed away. Oh my gosh, they were so cute. I think that is such a neat way of remembering somebody. Like, I like the quilt and the memory bears. I just think that's a sweet way of having fond memories of someone who's gone on home. My father-in-law passed away earlier this year, and my mother-in-law was going through all his stuff, and I took all of his shirts because I want to do that with the thought of making a memory bear. And I want to make multiples of them and give them to my husband's siblings. I don't know of a pattern though. So is there a particular pattern that maybe you could recommend for me? If you have one. Okay. Cool. Winnie, that is it's a pattern. So you have your regular log cabin and a wonky log cabin. And I've made a wonky log cabin. I'm trying to think if I could find it easily. Yeah, I do have a video on the wonky log cabin. There's a ruler, actually, that makes it really easy. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's by Creative Grids. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is a wonky log cabin ruler, and we will find this video and put it in the links. But what you do is you have to read the direction. Oh, here. Okay, so if you can see this right here, that's what a wonky log cabin looks like. So a straight log cabin would be all your strips, straight. But that's the wonky log cabin. They're fun to make too. That might be a good thing to do with strips too. I would have been upset if my mother-in-law had given away all my father-in-law's shirts too. I don't remember who made that comment, but you know who you are. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're on 4. You know what? We could put the first 4 rows together. Yeah. Okay, so as soon as I finish this row, I'll put the rows together that I've got, and we can put it up on the design wall, and you can see what it's gonna look like. Yep. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm bent on coming to a sister chick retreat too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know, Glenda, I'm coming too. I just want you to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm coming for the food. That's why I want to go to a sister chicks retreat. Because Di always talks about the food that her daughter makes, and it's like, oh my goodness, I need to come there and just eat. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Paula, I know that my mother, well, even my mother and my mother-in-law both, once my dad, my father-in-law had passed away, and I know everybody deals with grief differently, they wanted to clean everything out. So it could be that she just wasn't even thinking clearly, but I understand what you mean. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So if you want to hand me those first two. Okay, so Scotty Dog, I collect sewing machines. Let me put it that way. I could get a new sewing machine every single week. I don't know why, and I feel quite confident that there is a 12-step program that I should belong to. But, you know, it's better than drugs. How about that? All right. All right, so I am putting my rows together, and the one thing about this particular pattern is you gotta nest your seams. So wherever you have 2 blocks together, and it's gonna be every 6 inches, this would be a great pattern to practice matching seams. And we'll see how well I did on this one in just a minute. You're fine. Oh, yes. Okay, so what did she say? Bye, Sherry. Okay, you wanna, oh, let's check. Let's see how I did. Here's, okay. All right, this one is a teeny tiny bit off. Not bad. Let's see. I think this one's pretty good. I'm wearing contacts for distance and close up. Hold on, that one isn't bad. Not bad. Sometimes they're like totally off. This one is off a stitch. That one looks pretty good. That's right. Quilting and eating. Those are the fun things. Okay. So. Yeah, Laura. I don't want to go though. I admit it, but I don't want to correct it.
Is that the right way?
You're asking me?
Well, their ends are the same. I'm making sure. You took it before I could put it down.
Yes, that's right.
I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure.
Woo!
My
My presser is
Whatever.
is having issues.
No, your presser was making double sure.
Okay, we're going to take these two.
Good Lord.
So this is how I would put it together. I would put 2 rows together at a time. And then put those rows together. Hi, Anna. Thank you. Okay, Bonnie Kemp. I will make a note. Okay. Now I've set a precedent on my matching my seams. You know, some days are good and some days are matching seams aren't so great. I'm having a good day today. Thank you, Marta. Yes, thank you, Tree Chicken. That's absolutely right. Perfection is overrated. Yep. All right. Yeah, Glenda. Glenda, I'm with you. Because I have a friend who goes to Goodwill regularly, and he takes pictures and sends them to me. And I don't know what it is. I just love, oh my goodness, there's a gnat. So if you see me like doing like this, I haven't lost my mind yet. There was a gnat, I swear. All right, hold on. Okay, if you're gonna sew at high speed with your little rebel, don't have things sitting on your table. All right. Okay, we're gonna do this again. No quilt police, that one's a little off. I couldn't, the pressure was too great. Let's see. That one looks pretty good. And, oh yeah. Billy, I am liking the little rebel a lot. I love the speed. I love the throat space. I love the light. And I've tried the stitch regulator. If you have the little rebel or you get the little rebel, make sure you peel off the little sticker that covers the stitch regulator. It might work better if you do that. Okay. Let me put this up and then I'll move the camera. All right, move this out of the way. First, I'm gonna raise you up. Boop. We're gonna go up the escalator or the elevator. And aren't you all proud of me? I remembered to set it up horizontal. Yay! All right. It's the little things, people. All right. So there are the first two rows, and it's called stair step. And see how these go this way? Nope. So I believe I should have this going. It's kind of backwards, but I believe this should just be every, like on a diagonal, all the way down. Yeah. So this is stair stepping. So we'll see on the next row. My presser's working hard over there. Okay, there was something else that I was going to show you all, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I'll show you. You got a sneak peek. Oh, okay. Last week you saw some T squares. Okay. So let me see what's after 2. What comes after 2? The bats. All right. The bats. Here we go. I asked what comes after 2, and Sherry said 3. Because she's funny. All right. So look. How cute. And so I've already gotten 4 of these done. I've multitasked and not even really paid attention to what I'm doing. Maybe I should do that more often. All right, so when this is all put together, I don't know if this is supposed to be my next border. So it's going to have the bats. And then my outer border are jack-o'-lanterns. So they'll go out here. How cute.
White or something between the.
White, think it needs something between. Sherry thinks that maybe it needs some white in between maybe this and the black. Yeah, some white to break it up. Too bad I don't have any of this. That might be good. Yeah. I like it. This quilt will end up being 60 by 78, so it's a nice size quilt. I'm liking it. Okay, woohoo! Iron, sorry, hot iron. So last week, where did I put it? Last week I showed you guys my T squares by accident. So I thought I would show you one of the rows. This will be a video coming out soon. Let's see. I struggled with the design for this. So the T block is an easy block, but I think it's hard to figure out what to do with it. So this is what I decided. Actually, this is this way. I don't know, it could go this way. Look, it's an E. Or this way. So that's what one row looks like. Essentially, there are different variations of the T block. And then in between, I decided to make my rows like this. So, spoiler alert, you'll be seeing a video about that come out probably next week, I believe. And I found some fat quarter quilt patterns for fat quarters and all kinds of stuff coming up. And then if you think of anything that you would like to see, let me know. And how many of you are going to get your scraps together, put them in a bin or a jar? I think somebody might have a question about my design wall. So my basement is not finished, and there were studs that you could see because this wall has been studded in, and even if you look over there, Linda, you can see the studs. Glenda, I'm sorry, Glenda. So what we did is, you know, that pink insulation board, and this was actually my husband's idea. They're, I don't know, they're about that wide and probably come, well, you can tell right here. So I think they come, nope, here. Okay, so there is a stud here. Where's the one that goes across? Anyway, they're big pieces of insulation, and we wrapped it in flannel from Joann's, and then he used these little nails to put the insulation board with the flannel wrapped around it on the studs, and so these formed walls. And now I can put my fabric on the wall. So yay, Todd. You did a good job. All right, so don't forget, next week, get your fabric scraps. It could be from just fabric scraps. It could be all from the same quilt, from multiple quilts, whatever. Doesn't even have to be scraps. And we are going to make some scrap blocks together. I think that'll be fun.
I didn't mean to put her.
All right. So I want to thank everybody. If you want to subscribe, because I am, you know, I'm over my time limit, number one, but I want the silver play button. So I need 100,000 subscribers in order to get the silver play button. No pressure. Just, you know, if you think about it, the majority of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you want to take a minute, check a box, click a bell, whatever, I would appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. Until next time.